Alright, so what I'm going to do here is just try to make a plan, a sniper plan, and see how that goes. We're in Game Master, so under no danger, we're just going to go do some recon. So if we spawn up on the north side of the map, we're going to come down here and fight over this. We want to come behind enemy lines, so we either come this way up, or we can come all the way around and come over here. Probably coming all the way around this way is probably the best way. Get here, come up this, and get to that point there where we will fight over this point. There'll be a place here, a place here, and a place over here to triangulate. Come this way. If we have this territory, we can probably go straight across there, but if not, we'll stay over here on the water. We'll take a nice kind of safe route across here. Come between the island here. So I really think this will probably be the best idea. We come through here, stay on this. We come over here, we cross across the tip of this little thing here, come into this bay. We can either land somewhere on this beach or in one of these tree covers here, but follow this up to this point, move to these trees, move up these trees, come up to this point. We'll have to be careful to get to this point, and then we'll cross the road. Then we head up here. I think it's best if we cross here this way, and we can either, you know, come this way and move this way, or we can come this way and get up here. We'll have a little bit of a stretch to get to this point. And this is our first position that I overlooked at. Basically, you'll have, if they get behind here, you'll be able to fire there. You'll be able to have a clear spot this way. All this window is pretty much clear. The bushes are there, but maybe if we're in a place that can dig them up, we could potentially move those. Work, you know, have somebody work their way up there, try to remove some of that. But this will be our first position. You could be in this bush or this bush, or you could be right here looking out that way. But if you're in this bush, I think you have a clear line of sight, and you'll be able to see the next position and that position to give those cover. Okay. So that area would be the first position. So we'd all come up this hill, get to here, and then the other two would push across here. That's a little tough. It might actually, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it'll be dark, so we can push here, move over to this one, get this guy situated. So I think his position should probably be maybe right here or right there. You're also a little bit closer. But from this angle, you'd be able to, anything in this box, you've got a little bit of a thing there over the bushes, you know, you'll be able to see over the bushes some, but clearly anything inside of that window is going to be a kill box for you, other than right behind here, which this other sniper has that cover. And then from there, the last sniper would probably have to move up across over here and then work their way into this position here, where I think maybe right in this area would probably be real nice. Because then you'd still be able to see this position and this position. Oh, and by the way, this position would be able to cover that one and this one. And this position will be able to cover either one of those if they get hot. And then, of course, you got your view here. So where these bushes kind of block these guys over here, you got a clear window of that. And because you're higher elevation, you'll be able to shoot between this a little bit and this a little bit, but pretty much over all of this. If they get down behind this, you won't be able to see them. But remember, your sniper over here probably will. The most hideable space would be real close right in here. That would be the spot. So if we did get somebody to dig some stuff up, it would probably be these bushes right here. But yeah, I mean, the rocks would still help, but if we got those bushes out of the way, this would be a false sense of safety. That would be a false sense of safety. These would be a false sense of safety. But this right here does give them a little bit of cover. And so if we're going to remove something, that would be what we want to remove. But we don't want to remove these because we want them to think that they got cover when they don't. Or that's what I want anyway. But that's our angle. Now if we get down here, say we'll go 1, 2. So you can see this guy has a good clear sight here. This guy has a good clear sight here. This guy has a clear sight pretty much everywhere. This guy kind of has everything, everything covered, except right behind this stuff right here, which this guy has. And then that's kind of an overlay between both of these guys. All right, so that's the idea anyway, right? So let's do it. So we'll land here. Oops. Now we need to work our way up this, along this tree line, and up here before we get up here and come around. You don't see the trees here we need, but we got to work our way up that. So straight in the direction we're at. Got to cross the road here. So now we're going to move up this edge of this right here and then that way. We can do this, or we can go around the edge of that wood. But this is essentially the path we're going to take. Or we could stay low in there. But this is where we got to go. Now we got to move straight up this right here along these rocks. So we got to get across here. Might be best to move up that to that tree and then across here. Well, we've got a fence here, which I didn't know about, so we'll have to see if there's an opening we can take advantage of, or not, or if we need wire cutters. All right, we got one opening right here. That's where we came up at. We're just going to continue to move up this hill. Let's see where we are on the map. All right, so we're right here. Now we probably need to, whatever the trees are, to follow this around up this way. So I'm going to cheat a little bit because it's recon. And do this. Okay, yeah, so it is this way. So we'll cross that fence, come up out of there, hit those rocks. And we need to be in this tree line right here. We're just going to follow these trees up as high as they go. Let's look at the map right quick. Where are we at? So we still need to cross the road here and come up. Oh, that's the one. So now that we get up there, we need to come across the road to the left. That's really where we need to be. And then follow that up that way. So we could come up here, cut the fence and go through. Or, we don't have wire cutters. I think the best place is right there. Go under. Maybe one at a time. Move back to here. And then continue to push up. This could be a little exposed, but if we cut the fence right in there, good. And then we just start moving back up the hill. Now this is going to take a bit, so we need to do this at the very beginning of the dark phase so that we're in position by the time it's over with. I'm just working my way up in and around these things. I want to check this out right quick. So there's that big rock formation. Means we're almost there. Right up the hill here. Come out this way. And then bang to our first spot. Position 1. Now, we'll move around this way. All right, now we're in position here. Yeah, so we got cover from here, just inside these bushes, if he needs it. You got cover here. It's not great in this low spot as well. So this guy might be the guy that's calling the shots. I don't know. I mean, you can see them. When they stand up, you got a headshot. But you're going to have to be pretty good to get the headshots here, because you see that shows most of the stack, but maybe there's a couple of layers there underneath there, so. And that's position 2. So it does seem that it's probably going to be best to move over the back of this hill. Now we need to get to there, but I think it's probably best to move around this way. Alright, so now we're at our third position. And this is probably the better position. Takes the longest to get to this one, I guess. Well, let me know what you think about the plan and what you might change to make it better. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you out there.